3 News Now Web Extra.
Chuck Hagel has two Purple Hearts from his service in Vietnam. He worked for President Ronald Reagan. He represented the state of Nebraska as a Republican in the United States Senate and then served as Secretary of Defense for President Barack Obama. So when this news broke about high-level government officials inadvertently including a reporter on a group chat about a military action that was also on an unsecured commercially available app, I thought it made sense to talk to Hagel about the situation to see what he thought. Here is a longer version of that conversation. So, thinking about people in Nebraska and Iowa, why is this something that they should care about or be concerned with?
Well, for any American citizen, whether you're a Nebraska resident or an Iowa resident, it doesn't make any difference. This is the security of our country. This is the process that we use. All American citizens should be concerned about this. It's the same thing as getting up in the morning. You get up in the morning as an American citizen confident that your country is secure because the processes we use and the people in charge are competent, are qualified. The processes are good, they're smart. And so you don't worry about it. How did this happen? Was it raw incompetence at the top? Was it recklessness? Or what happened? Then yesterday, when the leaders of our intelligence communities essentially were, I think, untruthful or didn't even know what was on that tape that they participated in, it was unbelievable. Now, the House committee today is talking about this, and they're asking the head of the CIA, they're asking the head of national intelligence in charge of all 16 independent intelligence agencies. When you testified yesterday, I mean, you acted like nothing specific was on that tape. In fact, we now know there was a lot of specificity. So yes, every Nebraskan and Iowan should be concerned about this, just like every citizen, because we are citizens and we look to our country to defend us and secure our country for our children too.
Those kinds of conversations, how did you conduct those conversations?
Well, I only conducted those kinds of conversations, and I think there's some classified material in this, regardless of what the administration says. I only conducted conversations like this in on secure networks or in secure facilities, like secure rooms at the Pentagon or the Situation Room at the White House. But I never used apps. I never used anything similar to Signal because the information was just too important, and aspects of all of this certainly is classified. When you talk about attacking a country, I mean, to me, that's classified. You're talking about specific attack times, specific weapons that you are using. Boy, if someone who wanted to do harm to our people, to this country, got a hold of that 2 hours before the planned attacks, they can really do some damage. And so, no, you always kept things like this, conversations like this, very secure, and you only used secure facilities.
When you were Secretary of Defense, I'm sure that there were cases where people didn't follow protocol. I mean, what typically happens when that goes on?
Well, what typically happens is you immediately start an investigation. What happened? Why was this allowed to happen? And you start with the people. You start with the people in charge. Accountability. When you are in charge of important institutions that have an impact on the security of a nation, you are accountable, and you need to be accountable. So if something like this would have happened when I was Secretary of Defense, we would have immediately launched an investigation. We would have held those accountable, those in charge accountable. And yes, we would have fired them, discharged them, whatever whatever we thought would be appropriate, but we would have moved them out of those jobs, those important jobs that they failed to do for whatever reason. This administration should be no different. Uh, and the people at the top, that's where you start. You know, as Secretary of Defense, I had to take responsibility for everything that happened in the Department of Defense. And they would come to me. I would go testify on the Hill. I used to be on the other side of that when I was in the Senate. And that's right. I mean, I'd get grilled and whatever. I mean, I didn't enjoy it, but it's appropriate. That's the job of the Congress. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, doesn't make any difference who the president is. No, you're accountable to the Constitution. Members of Congress are, not a president, not a party. And on the other side of that, if you're Secretary of Defense or head of the intelligence agencies, you're accountable to the people, to the Constitution as well. So that's accountability, and that's what would have happened if I would have been the secretary or when I was the secretary. Well, Congress should investigate this. Absolutely, they should. One of the most important responsibilities constitutionally that Congress has is oversight, to investigate these things. Absolutely. And when it comes to intelligence and our national security, there should be no partisanship in this at all. No, it's not a Republican or Democrat or independent thing. It's an American thing.
But do you think it's likely that the Chinese and Russians have already potentially hacked into Signal?
Absolutely. I mean, they 24 hours a day, the Chinese, the Russians, the Iranians, the North Koreans, uh, are trying to break into all of our intelligence networks. And they're very good at it. The Russians are especially good at it. The Chinese are a little clumsy at it, but they're good at it. But the Russians are very good at it. And there's no doubt in my mind that they're hacked into all of these networks. And why these people who run these institutions did not understand that, did not do that, is beyond me. And that's why we have to have investigations here as to what the hell happened. And the Congress needs to lead that.
Do you have any other concerns, whether it's about this or anything else kind of happening in the news in terms of national security?
One thing that doesn't get talked about very often on this particular issue is how our allies and those who share intelligence with us and we share with them, and how they're responding to this, how they're reacting. And I'll tell you, I talk to ambassadors. Ambassadors call me. There's an issue of trust and confidence, a breakdown in trust and confidence in us, questioning whether we can be trusted, whether these other nations who share their most intimate intelligence with us, if they can still have confidence in our systems, in our people. And that is destructive, terribly destructive, because trust is the coin of the realm in everything. And when you lose trust, it's pretty hard to regain it. But if you lose the confidence and trust of your partners, and we need partners, regardless what the president or anybody else says, oh no, let's make America great again. Well, America's already great, but we need partners. We've always needed trading partners. NATO. I mean, the reason we can project power around the world is because we have these partners. They allow us to we can use their land, their bases to place our troops, our ships, our planes. And so this is not a kind of a one-off approach. We're an interconnected world. We're an interconnected process. And in our global strategy, our security very much depends on relationships with friends and allies and partners in the world. So this is going to have an effect on those relationships, what we've just seen here in the last 48 hours.
Well, that just reminds me that was related to a question I had on my list too, which was the Vice President of the United States speaking kind of disparagingly about our European allies, and And also the conversation gets a little transactional about billing European allies for this strike. To your knowledge, has the US ever done that before? Actually said, you're benefiting from this more than us. Here's the bill.
No, not to my knowledge. In the modern times, since World War II, we've never done that. We've never done that. We look out for our interests, of course. Every nation responds in its own self-interest, of course. That's nothing new. But the way you do it and the relationships you build in the process, and that was the whole point of the post-World War II world order, a world based on the rule of law, free trade. Everybody has an opportunity to succeed, to get better, and to be free. And so collective security institutions like NATO were instituted, the United Nations, all of them imperfect, can't fix everything, but we've had no World War III, we've had no nuclear exchange. More people are free and prosperous and educated than ever before in the history of man. We've still got a lot of problems, I get it, but you got to manage them, you got to deal with it. But you don't do that by ripping down the order, the very order that has made America so successful and so many people around the world successful. And America, I'd say more than anything else, has given people hope around the world. And hope is the most important element of life. If a person loses hope, they've lost everything. But we've given them hope. I mean, how many people are knocking down the doors of China to get into China, or to get into Russia, or to get into North Korea or Iran or any place else, or Turkey, where there's dictators and authoritarian governments? Not many. None, matter of fact. They all want to come to the United States. For why? Because that's who we are. I mean, yes, we have a process that we need to follow, and it's orderly and it's lawful, has to be, and all of that. But let's back up and look at the big picture here. And all of that is always thrown into jeopardy when you have things like this, because people start doubting us and they start questioning us, and they start responding to China's invitation. Well, now you can't trust the United States, but you can trust us. And that's what China's doing around the world. And they're everywhere. And we've got to be mindful of that and be aware of that. So I take the approach here that this is just not a one-off or an isolated development here that we've seen in the last 48 hours. It's all interconnected to who we are, to the world, to our relationships, and to our future.
The Voice of America and Radio Free Asia, the Chinese, we know that the Chinese have already kind of celebrated
Yes.
Voice of America being defunded.
I think that was one of the worst decisions, along with others, that the Trump administration has made. Voice of America started in World War II. For millions of people still today in the world, it's the only honest news that they get, and they have an option to tune into. They rely on that. It's very cheap. It's a very small amount. I mean, it's a tiny fraction of expenses. It's part of our overall global strategy, part of our foreign policy. USAID is another example. I mean, it's insanity to stop these programs. USAID was started in 1961. Every Republican president, every Democratic president, every Congress has strongly supported USAID, Voice of America, Radio Free Europe, all the rest of them, because they're integral parts of our foreign policy. Why? Because they help people. And they help us, by the way. They help us. For example, healthcare. We pay attention through USAID, and we help these developing nations. And when pandemics start to break out, we're able to stop. I mean, when I was Secretary of Defense, it was in 2014, the Ebola disease broke out in Western Africa. And we were able to stop it before it got to the United States. It infected 6 countries in Western Europe. The reason we were able to stop it because we had a heads up early on what was happening because of our USAID programs. But it helps people. It gives people hope. No country on earth does this. I mean, the Russians certainly don't do it, the Chinese. And we don't ask anything in return, but we get an awful lot in return. People helping us too, in many ways that most people don't see. It gives us, as Ronald Reagan said, a continued image is that shining city on the hill. Oh, we make mistakes. We make a lot of mistakes. We stumble, but when you look at history, no country has done so much for so many for so long as the United States. And it comes back to us because we are the greatest country on earth. Any way you want to measure it, economy, security, military, trade, nobody's even close to us. Come on. And so it isn't just the greatness that was developed and strengthened through our own initiative. Yes, it starts there, absolutely. But also, we had a lot of help, and we've had a lot of help over many years from our trading partners, from our security partners, from people in developing countries who help us. And their people come to the United States. So, and then we have partnerships around the world. There's so much of that. And I think in today's world, when we're so focused on the immediacy of where we are, and we're at such a fast rate of moving, we take those things for granted. And when we lose them, you don't get them back, not in this world. And we've got to think about that. Our leadership has got to think about that, not just think about the everyday, well, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Better be thinking about more than that. And how is it that we have become such a great nation? And by the way, a good nation, good people, honest people, decent people. And I think we need to reflect more on that. And I know it's hard to get people's attention in Nebraska and Iowa and around the country because they have a hard time associating everything that they're seeing in the last, say, 48 hours with, well, how's that affect my life? So big deal. You know, what's the big problem here? What's the big, I get that. Yeah. So to have you and your station and your people try to explain that to people and do stories on it, I think is a great service. So I particularly appreciate what you're doing.